Greetings, my champions, and welcome to Chatufa Live. This is yet another platform that we give you updates of what is happening in the nation. It's very, very important for us to keep each other updated on what is happening in the country, because quite a lot is happening. We are seeing the failures of Mnangagwa left, right, and center, and we are seeing also the exposures that are happening in this season, and all these are issues that we are discussing. And we are looking at a situation where Zanu-PF has been cornered. They don't know how to behave anymore. They don't know what to do about the situation that is on the ground. So the fights have been going on, especially on social media streets. We are seeing quite a lot of fights that are happening. Marakashi coming from one side, Zanu-PF supporters, Zanu-PF officials, and the like. Government officials at the same time fighting and trying to present a certain narrative. But unfortunately, the narrative of Zanu-PF is so myopic because everyone can just see for themselves that these guys are just damn liars. They are liars, and whatever that they are saying is never true. So Fadzai Mahere reduces Zanu-PF's Farai Marapira to a crybaby over Mnangagwa'S failures. So it's really very, very interesting how Farai Marapira is becoming more of a crybaby, who is just coming out every time complaining. Last time he was complaining about Eddie Cross and saying that Eddie Cross has no money to speak and whatever, he was lying and what, and he cannot substantiate what he has, or prove the things that he has said. And he said quite a lot. So nowadays, Marapira is becoming more the guy we used to think that Marapira was a quiet guy, especially during the time that Mnangagwa was that talkative. And we remember this is the position that also Mugwadi had, and Mugwadi was one of those motor mouths who didn't speak and does not even remember what he has to say. So we're coming of the Farai Marapira. We saw him like more of a calm person, a less talkative one. But of late, because of the pressure that is mounting, we are now beginning to see Farai Marapira also coming out and wanting to be like almost like Chris Mchangwa now, becoming too talkative, becoming every time coming on social media, having to fight battles on social media. But this is reducing him to nothing. I'm telling you, he's just going to become like any other of those that lost value in Zanu-PF because of being too talkative over issues that are at times not necessary. Because people are talking about the situation, the failures of Mnangagwa in Zimbabwe. And these are realities. And everyone in Zimbabwe knows it, even those that are outside and even others that are not even Zimbabweans. They know of the failures of Mnangagwa and Zanu-PF. So for him to want to come and try to say things and bubble, I don't know what he thinks he's going to achieve. Maybe it's just his job. He's just doing his job so that his bosses would see him like he's doing something. If somebody says that, then I could understand. Because otherwise, his arguments really are not holding water at all. In fact, they are exposing him big time. And the lies and the propaganda that Zanu-PF is always running with. So it's quite surprising. So there's a video and also quite some other writings that are on Twitter where Fadzai is always on this guy's neck and he's crying foul now. He's crying foul. Seriously, let's just hear what he had to say on this video.
The nature and the character of Zanu-PF is always being under attack. They attack the institution, they attack the members, and they attack our supporters. So they use people like Fadzai Mahere for this end. But with people like Fadzai Mahere, we simply ask one simple question. If you're so good at criticizing, answer us one thing. For all the years you've been a legislator, please give us a little rundown of what benefit you have brought those that have voted you in. Because such people only thrive on toxicity. Such people only thrive on trying to throw mud on others. And you can't tussle with a pig because the pig will enjoy it, whereas you yourself will notice that you're getting dirty. So my simple question to people like Fadzai Mahere is, you've been voted in by the people before. Please advise those people. What benefit have you brought Zimbabwe as an individual? Instead of always pointing at others, what have you done? What is your benefit? what does your being Zimbabwean mean to anyone? She's very good at taking stock and taking accounts of other people, maliciously so. So we ask her in good faith, please, for once, spend a week, advise the people of Zimbabwe what you have done yourself, what benefit you have brought the people that have voted you and given you a mandate. How have you exercised that mandate? It's very, very enjoyable for some people to be loud on the social media streets, following likes and such things. But we are not a part of video vixens as ZANU-PF, we are a part of deliverers. We do not follow likes, we follow votes, and we follow positive feedback from our people. So for once, let us see maturity of politics in people like Fadzai Mahere explaining what they themselves have done, which is positive for the people of Zimbabwe during the time they were given a mandate.
So for him, for Farai Marapira here, he thinks that he has really hit the nail on the head. There's nothing that he has said so far. What has ZANU-PF also done? And for people like Fadzai Mahere, she has stood for the people. She has stood for the rights of Zimbabweans in a very, very toxic parliament. She has fought so hard to liberate Zimbabwe. And what have you done, save for oppressing Zimbabweans? ZANU-PF, you have made life of Zimbabweans worse than what Smith did to us. So there is nothing that you yourselves can ever talk about. You can't even compare to anyone. You have failed to Zimbabweans, and this is why Zimbabweans want you to go. So this argument of saying, what have you done, what have you done? These people have done quite a lot. They've done a lot. They've conscientized the Zimbabweans to see the oppression that is at the hand of ZANU-PF. They've caused Zimbabweans to wake up politically. And now Zimbabweans do understand politics and the dirty game that ZANU-PF always plays. That is a very strong move. So for you who still want to use propaganda and thinking that you can still succeed, you are failing because of what people like Fadzai Mahere have done, because they've opened the eyes of the Zimbabwean people to understand the shenanigans of ZANU-PF. So nobody's going to listen to you anymore. People are fairly aware of exactly what is on the ground. And that is our fight. Our struggle is to make sure that we remove ZANU-PF, simple and straightforward, and we make way for new leaders that are going to be taking Zimbabwe to a greater height. Zimbabwe is suffering. Zimbabwe is bleeding. Zimbabwe is dying because of poor leadership, corrupt leadership. You people like Farai Marapira, who are getting fat even through, even your fingernails are getting fat because of the monies you are stealing from us. That is why we are saying enough is enough for ZANU-PF. You must hit the road, leave our country, and we will resurrect our country. We will lift up Zimbabwe again. And enough is enough. Family, let us continue to pray and to fight this war. Until victory is certain, Zimbabwe will be free. God is in it, and freedom is coming.